Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. I'm Shima and today I'm going to show you my last sketchbook tour of 2023. So in this sketchbook I've decided to just dedicate this sketchbook to the films and the movies that I watched, and I wanted to practice watercolors. So here we go. So as you can see the cover, I've already did the Queen's Gambit. This one is acrylic. At first I put gesso and then later on I applied the acrylic paint. I varnish it with satin varnish and this is the result. So this sketchbook is Etcher and it's 230 grams cold press and it's 100% cotton. So I've only used it for watercolors, but it's really good for mixed media and color pencil as well. So let's start. So I've started this sketchbook on 19th of September and I finished it on 25th of December. So here is the first movie that I did. This is the Great Gatsby movie. I wanted to challenge myself and draw something that I didn't draw before, and this is the result. I really love the bouquet in the background. So this one was a challenge for me. This one is watercolor and some part of it is just gouache, and I did some color pencil on top of these as well. So here is the next movie. This one is The Double Life of Veronica. It's a French movie and I really love this movie. It's one of my favorites. So I've decided to just choose these shots for this movie. It was really cool to draw this. I wanted to emphasize the lighting and the textures. So yeah, this is that. So the next movie is Cruella. This movie also was really cool and entertaining. So I decided to draw these frames and it's like a close-up. The background here was a little bit crowded, so I decided to just make it look like blurry and focus on the character. So yeah, these are all watercolor and also some color pencils on top of the character. This next movie is The Lovely Bones, and this one I watched it long time ago, but I remember the cinematography. It was beautiful, so I decided to choose two shots from this movie. And honestly, because this sketchbook is really small, I had a problem with drawing the faces like this. It's really tiny, as you can see. It's like it was so hard for me to draw that. But I tried my best. As I said before, this is just a practice. I didn't want it to be like perfect, but I tried my best to make it work because I have just started watercolor like a couple months ago. To be honest with you, is the hardest medium that I've ever tried. That's the reason I wanted to just practice with it and get to know the medium and how to work with the technique and everything. So the next movie is called The Terminal. So these are the two shots that I decided to paint, and I really love the lighting and the cinematography in this movie. So the next movie is The New Kingsman. Also, this one was a little bit challenging for me. Yeah, it's really hard to draw portraits when they're really tiny. To draw them with watercolor, it's really challenging. At least it was for me. But yeah, practice makes perfect. So this is the two shots of that movie. The next movie is The Black Snake Moan, and for this one I've decided to not draw a portrait but to challenge myself to draw something else and practice a little bit perspective on this one. So yeah, and this one is a close-up. I also did some color pencils and the texture. I really love the texture on this one. It actually turned out to be cool. So the next one is Amelie. and it's a French movie. It's really famous, and I love this movie. I love the cinematography. It had so many beautiful shots that I honestly didn't know which one to draw, but here are the two shots that I've decided to go with. And also this one I used some color pencil with watercolor, as you can see. And yeah, the next movie obviously is The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, and the challenging part for me was also the background and the bouquet and the lighting, but I tried my best to create that. And yeah, this one is the V for Vendetta, and I really love this movie. I think I watched it 1,000 times. For this scene, it was really difficult to create the facial expression of Natalie Portman. Honestly, I don't like this one so much, but I tried my best. So the next one also is obviously a very famous movie, Leon the Professional. I really love this movie, and this shot was really challenging for me, but I think the result came out to be pretty good. Yeah, I was challenged with the lighting on the face and the texture, and this one as well, because it was, as you can see again, the face is really small. I'm actually happy with this one so much. The next one is Gone with the Wind. I really love this one. I think this one turned out to be really beautiful. I really love the result. I didn't use any color pencils. This was just purely watercolors, and this one as well. And even though the faces were really tiny, I managed to make them similar to the characters. So yeah, I was really happy with the result. The next movie is The Interstellar, and yeah, this one was also challenging, especially this one. The proportions, the drawing, and the face of Matthew McConaughey was really hard to draw, but I really spent a lot of time on this frame, but actually I really love the results. So this is one of my favorite movies, The Three Colors Blue with Juliette Binoche, and I really love this movie, so I've decided to draw these two beautiful shots, especially this one. I'm really fascinated with this movie, and this shot is just absolutely amazing. So yeah, and I decided to paint all of the three colors. This one is white, and the reason the colors are much more pale, it's because the movie was actually designed this way, and I really love the cinematography and the colors on this movie. So yeah, I think they're really beautiful. So the next one is Three Colors Red, and as you can see, for this one also I was a little bit challenged to draw this face, but thankfully I think he looks similar to the actual character, so I'm happy with the result, to be honest. The next movie obviously is The Matrix, and these are very famous shots. And when I was going to pick some shots from movies, I wanted to have a storytelling, like an important shot or frame. So these are the two shots that I picked up. The spoon was really challenging for me to draw, and also this one with a perspective. But yeah, I really love this one. So the next movie is The Shutter Island. This one, the lighting was a little bit challenging, the glow on the hair and on the face, but thankfully I managed to do it. It's not perfect, but it's a practice, So the next movie is Kate Winslet with Jim Carrey, and this one was also a little bit challenging for me to draw. But yeah, I mean, after the Leon the Professional that I did over here, I never used color pencil on any of these paintings. So I challenged myself to just make them as accurate as possible with only watercolors and gouache. So yeah. This next movie is called There Will Be Blood, and I really love this actor, and I think he's one of the best actors in Hollywood. And this movie was amazing. So, but it was challenging to just draw the face with all that dirt on his face. But yeah. So the next one is James Bond 007, and first of all, I did another shot. I painted it and I didn't like it, so I put some gouache on top of it, and I decided to just draw James Bond himself. And this one also, this is not also my best work in this sketchbook, because it was really hard to, draw all these details really tiny, but it's practice, so I'm okay with it. Not all of your paintings have to be amazing or perfect. I really love these two frames. I think they turn out to be cool. Like, obviously this is the Pirates of Caribbean with Johnny Depp, and I really love this scene. It's the texture in the background and the details on his face turn out to be cool. So I really love this one. The last movie is called Lucy, and this one was also challenging because the face of Scarlett Johansson was a little bit hard to paint, especially in this perspective, but I tried my best. And in this frame she doesn't really look like Scarlett Johansson. I hope this one does, but yeah, it was really hard, so I tried my best. But this is the result, and yeah, this is the last frame. There are like 46 paintings in this sketchbook that I did in almost 3 months, and I'm honestly happy with the whole sketchbook. I think it turned out to be really cool, and I have some favorites. The point of this sketchbook was just to practice, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so you can watch more of these videos, and thanks for watching. See you next time.